So I thought we'd try a more complex shape. It uses a bunch of techniques we've used before, but now we're going to put it all together, so let's get going. So I think it's useful to have sometimes a reference in the scene, so let's get on with that. So I'm going to make a plane in the front view. My graphics viewport's just died, interesting, right. Anyway, so let's make it 2 by 2 meters. Is that big? Possibly big. And then I'm going to bring in a new bitmap material, assign it the texture, and then I can assign that material to the selection and make it visible by pressing the Show Shader Material button. So there we have it. Switch to front view. There it is, right. There's numerous ways of doing this, but I think it might be fun to start off with a lathe object. So let's get going on that. So create a rectangle, convert it to an editable spline, take these guys and divide, delete that side, and lathe. Okay, so I'm just going to have a quick think about which feature to start on, and maybe just get some proportions roughed out. Like that, maybe. So we've got these two flange shapes. I guess they've got some sort of gasket inside for sealing everything in place, so I might model that separately initially, and they're also symmetrical, so I might try and go at that as well. So let's clone this guy up here by shift dragging, and then we can move him a bit further away so we can see what's going on. So I'm going to scale it closed by choosing the object center and doing this. All these guys are going to be corners, and then we can get that guy. And actually, maybe, I'll tell you what, we'll just divide it again. Divide. And I've got something like that. That'll do start off with. Let's align it to my cylinder. Move it up there. We'll probably do it, and then I'm gonna take this and move it down. So let's take this segment, move it down. So I've cloned the segment by shift dragging within sub-object mode, and then I can either try and weld this bit to those guys, or I can add a new spline, and I think that I'll add a new spline. So let's get that guy out. Whoops, this guy out of the way, and let's have a look at this. So if I divide those guys, delete that, then I can go here and I can do connect. So click, hold down, and drag across. And I'm still going to maintain my corners, because ultimately I'm going to turn it into an editable poly, and I'll do turbo smooth, something like this. We could have a look at that down. So I'm going to do some either creases or hold out edges to kind of keep that in shape. So let's ignore that for the moment. So I'm going to need to build some loops of this feature here. So let's do that. So I'm just going to go in here and I'm going to do refine a few times. Now you can use a cylinder to do this kind of thing and use a sort of uniform scale from the center, but I really like the spline tool, so I'm quite happy doing it like this. Yeah, that's kind of right. I think I need to do some proportions, so let's get this a little bit thicker. And Alt X, there we go for see-through mode, wireframe, and let's drag all that down. Something like that. It's hard to judge with this heavily foreshortened shape, but I think that feels a bit better. Now, I want to add this top feature now. So let's refine my corner. Drag that up there. And then I'm going to add some vertices to kind of get this shape. Although that thing at the top is a hexagon, so I might model that separately. So let's just stop there, and then we can model that with a separate bit of geometry, a bit like we do these guys. It might be 5-sided. Interesting. So these guys are 6-sided, just standard bolts, but these guys are 5-sided, presumably so people can't do bad stuff with it. Let's get rid of that so you can see what's going on. So this is going to be quite a long session, which I'll break up into a couple of different videos, I guess. Last bit. So there isn't really an align tool in the spline editor, so we have to go and use the scale tool and scale down to either the selection center or the world center, depending on what we're trying to do. But here I'm just going to use the selection center just to straighten out this stuff. Right. So